Listen. In the 21st century, you have every tool humanity has ever built, and yet most people are more lost than ever. They wake up scrolling, chasing noise, chasing other people's lives, forgetting that the greatest invention of this century isn't the phone in their hand. It's the freedom they've forgotten how to use. You can learn anything, build anything, create a business from your bedroom, find answers in seconds that once took lifetimes. And still, people waste their lives comparing, complaining, waiting for permission, waiting for motivation, waiting for a perfect moment that will never come. If you do one thing in the 21st century, do this. Wake up to what's real. Wake up to the power you already hold. Because the world won't stop to remind you. It will move past you, algorithm by algorithm, trend by trend, until you realize you've been scrolling through your own life. Success today isn't about luck, it's about clarity. It's about choosing what matters and cutting everything else. In a time when everyone is distracted, the most valuable skill is focus. And in a world built for comfort, the rarest power is discipline. People say, it's not that simple, but it is. The problem isn't that the path is hidden, it's that you don't stay on it long enough to see where it leads. Every day, millions start something new. A new habit, a new plan, a new dream. Few finish. Even fewer persist when it gets boring. And that's why most stay average. The 21st century rewards endurance more than brilliance. Because ideas are everywhere, consistency is not. Everyone talks about potential. Few talk about repetition. The man who repeats one small action every day will outrun the genius who waits for inspiration once a month. You want proof? Look at the people you admire, athletes, entrepreneurs, creators. They don't move because they're always inspired. They move because they've made movement their identity. They've made discipline their default. When you understand that, you stop asking for motivation and start respecting routine. This world tries to sell you shortcuts, fast results, quick money, easy fame. But every shortcut cuts away a piece of you. It robs you of the strength that comes from doing it the hard way. And when you finally arrive at something real, you'll realize it wasn't the outcome that changed you. It was the process that built you. So do this in the 21st century. Build yourself into someone who can't be broken by noise. Turn off what weakens you. Turn on what sharpens you. Read more than you post. Work more than you talk. And when no one's watching, build the habits that no one can take away. Because the truth is, the century we live in doesn't destroy people directly. It distracts them until they destroy themselves. It replaces purpose with attention, depth with dopamine. It makes you feel busy while keeping you empty. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start noticing how few people are actually alive, and how easy it is to join them, quietly drifting, comfortably lost. You were not built for that. You were built to create, to contribute, to push through. Every generation before you had fewer tools and more fight. Now we have infinite tools and less will. It's time to reverse that balance. Stop asking the century to make it easier. Make yourself tougher. Because the world isn't slowing down. The information will keep coming. The distractions will keep multiplying. And the only thing that will protect you is the ability to choose what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Think about this. Every generation has its battlefield. Ours isn't fought with weapons. It's fought with attention. The wars now are silent, fought in your feed, your habits, your mind. And every swipe is a decision. Do you move closer to what matters, or drift further from yourself? The people who win in this century aren't the smartest. They're the ones who stay awake. They question everything, even their own comfort. They ask, why am I doing this? Does this feed my growth or my fear? And when they find the answer, they act. Not later, not when they feel ready, but now. Because the world doesn't wait for readiness. Opportunities don't knock twice. And if they do, they're never the same when they return. So while everyone else hesitates, you move. While they plan the perfect start, you start imperfectly. That's the difference between those who dream and those who wake up in the life they once dreamed about. But here's the truth you'll have to swallow. The 21st century gives you everything except silence. And silence is where self-awareness lives. You can't hear your own thoughts if you're always surrounded by noise. So learn to disconnect. Walk without your phone. Sit with discomfort. Listen to the thoughts that make you uneasy, because they're the ones pointing you toward growth. Success today isn't about knowing more, it's about filtering better. Who you follow matters. What you consume matters. What you repeat becomes who you are. Feed your mind like an athlete feeds his body, intentionally, not impulsively. The quality of your input defines the quality of your output. And when you fail, and you will, don't run. The 21st century teaches people to hide failure, to edit out the struggle, to post only the victory. But the people who last are the ones who embrace failure as feedback. Every mistake refines your direction. Every setback builds your endurance. Every no gets you closer to the yes that will matter. You might think you need motivation. You don't. You need motion. Once you move, clarity follows. Action rewires doubt. You can't think your way into courage. You act your way into it. So stop waiting to feel confident before you begin. Confidence is built by doing the thing you fear while your hands still shake. If you do this, if you learn to act despite fear, to focus despite noise, to persist despite boredom, you'll look back one day and realize that everything you ever wanted was waiting on the other side of consistency. And here's something no algorithm will tell you. You have more time than you think, but less than you act like you do. Every day you delay, you pay in energy, in potential, in self-respect. But every day you show up, even for 10 minutes, you rewrite your future just a little bit more. So do this in the 21st century. Choose the hard things. Choose growth over comfort. Choose depth over dopamine. Choose building over scrolling. Because when you build, you create meaning, and meaning is the only thing that can outlast the chaos of this age.
When you wake up tomorrow, you'll have two options: to continue being a consumer of other people's dreams, or to start constructing your own. And no one can make that decision for you. Remember this: discipline is freedom in disguise. And in a world trying to sell you endless comfort, freedom will always feel uncomfortable. But it's worth it. Every second of focus, every quiet morning, every unseen effort. Because one day, you'll stand exactly where you once hoped to be, and you'll realize it was never luck. It was you. It was every choice, every sacrifice, every moment you refused to quit. So if you do just one thing in this century, do this. Be awake, be disciplined, be deliberate, build something real. And when the noise fades, you'll hear it. That quiet, steady voice inside saying, "Thank you for not giving up on me."